A very long time ago, I started growing a beard. So I grew a beard, I grew the long hair, and then my hair decided to change colors. It went from being red to being white, no in between. Uh, I had children in malls and other situations where uh, they would be talking to one another and they say, I know it's him, I know it's him, it's gotta be him. And when I caught wind of what they were talking about, I went up through and I would tell them, well, you know who I am, then you know why I'm here. I'm here to make sure that you're doing what you told me you would last year at Christmas time. That you were going to behave, that you were going to be nice to each other, that you were going to pick up your toys when you're done playing with them. And Santa doesn't spend all the time at the North Pole. I come down from the North Pole to check on you, to make sure that you're doing the things that you said you were going to. Because being a good child, a good person, a good parent, it's not about 1 or 2 days of the year, and we need to do this all through the year. In the years that I've done this, I've only had my beard tugged on twice. Some of the kids will play with it and realize that it's real, but I've only had it actually tugged on twice, so I'm very happy with that. There's a few stories that come through my years of doing this. There was one time a young lady, and I think she had a spinal problem, and she was kind of to run, walk as quick as she could, and when she saw me in my little domain, she looked back at her mom and dad. She said, it's him, he's here. Come on, we got to see him. And there was nobody in line, so she came right on up and we talked for a while. We got to know all her wants and desires for Christmas. One of them, she wanted to make sure that her mom and dad got something because they had done so much for her, which kind of touched my heart. After 7, 8 minutes talking to this young lady, she turned around, she finally got their pictures. She went off, and I kind of gathered myself together. She came running back, and I couldn't figure out why she come back, and she came up and she said, Santa, she said, I forgot something, and I thought it was a present that she forgot. And she turned around, she reached over and she gave me a little kiss on the cheek and a hug. And she told me to have a Merry Christmas. And I told her Santa always has a Merry Christmas. So that's one of the stories that have been near and dear to me for a long time. Family came last year, and I hope they come today. I believe there was 2 boys and a small girl, and the oldest boy had a picture of his older sister. Now sometimes not everybody can make it to see Santa, so they'll bring pictures, or they'll say, well, this is what my older sister wanted, or my older brother. And this young man, who was probably 13, 14 at the time, he said that he wanted $100 towards the purchase of an iPad. Well, Santa doesn't give out money, because all the money that I have is all money at the North Pole. So we can't use it any place other than the North Pole. So the money that I would give you down here, you couldn't use it for anything. And the father turned around, he said, tell Santa why you want that money. And he says, well, I've saved up $100 out of my own money because I got a little job, but I'm going to donate that money to, I think it was the American Cancer Society, to help research a cancer that had killed their older sister. And that's what the picture was, the older sister that had died of cancer. The kid got his $100, I can tell you that. Yeah, I had to take a break. That touched me a lot. Whew. Christmas is a great time of year. It's great because kids get presents if they're good. Christmas is all about the giving. And if I can bring a little gift to make that little boy or that little girl happy, then my job is good. And that's why I do what I do.